chewies and chewettes. Welcome to my channel, to the David channel, familia. Good to see you all. Happy Wednesday, 25th. I hope everybody's doing all right. Let's get some music in the background, my bros. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with this live stream. We do this every day. By the way, guys, follow me if you like stocks and crypto, because I actually like to review what is happening in the market. And si quiere yo puedo hablar español también. I can speak in Spanish if needed, guys. It is 8 a.m. So let's break it down, bro. June 25th. And things are looking green, bro. The ceasefire between Israel and Iran is holding. Tech is pumping, and we've got some major headlines from Powell, Tesla, Microsoft, and Nvidia. Let's chill, break it all down, and go live with the heat maps and crypto bubbles. And as you can see, yesterday we were a little bit green. You can see, I mean, there was red here and there, but not as much as people. Well, not as much. That's it. I don't want to say too much on that, okay? And on the crypto side of things, in the daily, let's go to the daily because I'm in the weekly here. Actually, I'm in the daily. You can see we got a little bit of a mix here and there, red and green. But don't worry, because we're going to review the technicals in a little bit. But let's get started with the pre-market news, as I like to review. The S&P 500 futures up 0.2%. The NASDAQ futures 0.4%. The Dow futures 0.1%. The 10-year yield 4.29%. The 2-year yield 3.81%. Markets are holding the bounce as tension cools a bit, but oil and global risk are still in the background. And with that said, before I get further, I want to take a look at oil, and I want to take a look at gold and see what's happening pre-market. Okay? I'm already looking at XRP over here, but let's see. Oil is at 64.99, almost 65. Wow, that was an insane jump to 70s and back down to 65, my friends. Look at that. We are in oversold territory for the 4-hour, but a little bit overbought on the daily, so I wouldn't even get in this one, honestly. Let's look at gold real quick before we move forward. 3,218. Seems to me that gold is gonna be heading down back to the support, a little bit sideways on the daily, but you can see we're getting to oversold territory. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that because gold moves very nicely. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. But anyways, let's continue over here with the news regarding Iran, bro. So over here it says Iran confirms nuclear sites were badly damaged by U.S. airstrikes. Despite mutual accusations, both sides have paused major strikes. Trump expressed frustration at Israel for escalating, but things seem calm. Deutsche Bank notes lower oil equals lower inflation equals possible rate cuts later this year. And I think we already knew this since the beginning of the year, that the first quarter and the second quarter we weren't gonna see rate cuts, but there was high probabilities that the third quarter to fourth quarter we will get it. That's the cycle, my friends. I've never seen a good. I've seen January good, but then after that everything goes down. Everything goes down. Even on the summer is not the best time to see gains, but if you're investing, doing DCA, definitely is something that you can appreciate. But anyways, guys, we don't appreciate war. I don't like war. I like peace and love. You already know that. If you are a long-time viewer, like Doobie, welcome, motherfucker. But anyways, new home sales May drops today. Forecast is the 694K. Powell testifies again today before the Senate and says Fed is in no rush to cut Tariffs and inflation still uncertain. Long-term inflation still slightly above 2%. Powell's tone is cautious. Market still hopes for cuts later this year. Now let's go ahead and move forward with let me see, T-Mobile and Starlink. We already talked about this yesterday, but I'll talk about it again. T-Mobile and Starlink. There's a launch. T-Satellite texting is here. Covers 500K plus square miles of dead zones in the U.S. Launches July 23rd. Internet in October. Free for premium users. $10 a month for others. 911 emergency texting for all later this year. And this is massive. Starlink might change rural. I feel like Scooby-Doo saying rural communication forever. With that said, I want to go ahead and take a quick look at TMUS. And T-Mobile is actually going up after that. But wait. Oh, the major trend line. Look at that. Oh, actually, this is a minor trend line, but it's actually doing good. It respected it, $229. We're becoming bullish on the weekly and is closing a gap. Look at that, guys. Look at that. And we were oversold over here. Oh, we were oversold. Oh, the RSI crossed. Oh, but David, you didn't say anything about it. I did say it yesterday, guys. But anyways, let's move forward now with Fed blocked from EV funding cut. Yes, over here it says that the judge blocked Trump administration from halting $5 billion in EV charger funding. Biden-era NEVI program will continue. Positive for EVGO, ChargePoint, Blink, Rivian, and Tesla. So there's a few names there I want to take a look at. For example, let's take a look at Tesla, which is pre-market $342 to the upside, guys. That making that weekly candle is still bullish, but keep in mind there's this strong zone here. We are trying to break out of it. I do think we can, but at the same time I don't think we can. I'm a little bit sideways in this one. I'm not quite sure. I'm still bullish on it, but I don't know if it's gonna break. Usually it requires a lot of retest of our zone before we break it. Right now we have been here, I guess 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have been here a few times. Okay, we have been here a few times, and we had a golden crossing here, so definitely want to keep an eye on this. Tesla may be breaking, my friends, and if we break, we may be going to 440s. Our entries, I mean my entry was 220s when there was a lot of riots happening, and I remember, oh, Tesla is going to the toilet with SpongeBob, and I'm like, you guys are messing around. You guys are missing the point. But whatever. I actually held all of this noise. I held it, and look at that, making profits. But David, what is that? We're making profits. And the other one I want to take a look at is Rivian. I'm actually in this. I entered at 1350, and you can see that we are at 1391. Looking good. Actually, we retested this broken zone here, this broken resistance for this W, which was a win. As you can see, look how much it went up. We went down. Now we're breaking a trend line, and we are looking very, very good. I can see an RSI cross over here, and the 2-pole oscillator hasn't given me a sign, but we're gonna get there, guys, soon, and is starting to look like very bullish to me. We'll have to wait and find out how much of a bullish move it will be. Keep an eye on it. Now let's move a little bit more to the Microsoft side of the conversation. So Microsoft Wedbush says enterprise AI adoption is accelerating. Copilot use growing in government, retail, and finance. And Wedbush has a new price target. Can you guess what is the target for Microsoft, guys? Drop it in the chat right now, guys. Drop it in the comments if you're replaying this video. Oh my god. David, what is that? We're making profit. We're making profit. David, what is that? We broke the trend line. Look at that, bro. Oh my god. Well, if you guys guessed $600 for Microsoft, then you are correct, bro. $600 is the new target from Wedbush, and I'm gonna go ahead and add it here, guys. Congratulations for those who have been adding positions to Microsoft. I've been adding positions and I'm doing great right now. I'm doing 42% over here with Microsoft. It's a company that long term will definitely be doing good. You can see that if we go from 491 to 600, it's about 22% left. That is $109. Not a bad move. Not bad at all. Welcome, Alcarides. What is this? Oh, this is Microsoft. But what are we looking at? Microsoft's stock price. Okay. This is insane. What an interesting move and what an interesting story from Wedbush. Interesting. Great, great, great. $600, bro. That's crazy. NFL edit? You know, I actually don't know a lot about NFL, bro. Let's go ahead and move forward with Nvidia. Let's go to Nvidia. Loop Capital raises price target. Oh my goodness, espérate, let's go over here. Loop Capital raises price target. Can you guess what is the price target now? Bro, we reached that resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We are gonna be breaking that resistance very easily. I got a few signs over here that we're gonna do it. Look, 2-pole oscillator on the weekly, buys. We got this sign over here, this cross from the RSI with buys. And the daily, look at this, guys. A little bit overbought, but not bad at all. You're Australian? Hey man, welcome. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the click visiting us. And I already grabbed the camera, but I don't know what you're gonna do. Hopefully nothing bad. But hey, Alcarides, I actually do music. DEIVED. I got 5 songs out. Lo que sea, Say Goodbye, Billonario, Regalo, Rockstar. And I'm coming out with a new song very, very soon. I'm just releasing singles. So the target for Nvidia from Loop Capital is $250. $250, guys. That is quite crazy. I mean, we already knew that we were gonna go up, but 250, my bros, is pretty nice. That means that we may be going up about 65%, $99. Am I on Spotify? Yes, sir. Loop Capital says Nvidia AI monopoly could lead to a $6 trillion market cap. The AI wave isn't slowing down, and Microsoft and Nvidia are riding it hard. There you go, guys. Wow, that is quite crazy, bro. Actually, I want to do a video about this. So I'm gonna be clipping that. Let me make sure that let's finish the headlines and then I'll get to those videos, okay? Because the last headline is for Walmart. Walmart, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. So Walmart is testing dark stores to speed up delivery. Warehouses closed to public, optimized for logistics, competing with Amazon's massive expansion plan. And let's go ahead and take a look at Walmart because it's been a while since I looked at it. WMT, Walmart, you can see we are at $98, or actually $97.93. We did bounce from this major trend line. We had to, bro. We had to go back to that trend line, even though we did get to this one, but it was a minor one. So the big trend line was in the 50 EMA, about $80, and back up to 98. Very nice. And I think this can actually go higher. If I do a Fibonacci level here, from the top to the bottom. We can actually go to 112 or even 120s. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. This can happen. And that actually makes sense because less cost, but bigger expansion. Not bad at all. But anyways, guys, let's do a quick recap of what we reviewed right now. The market is not open before I get to do a video. Okay. So the wrap up is ceasefire seems to be working. Powell, no rush to cut. Tesla robotaxi is under fire. We covered that yesterday. Starlink texting launches. Microsoft and Nvidia boosted. Walmart and FedEx in focus. By the way, I didn't say anything about FedEx, but earnings were mixed and revenue guidance came in light. Retail plus delivery space is moving fast. Automation is the name of the game. Walmart and FedEx in focus. And crypto and AI is still trending, which actually takes me to the crypto bubbles once again to see how we're doing. We're actually a little bit more green than red. And let's take a look at Bitcoin and others. So Bitcoin 107,000, pushing with a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. Look at that. Look at the 4 hour, bro. We're looking good. This is actually looking like we're gonna be heading back to 109,000 very, very easily. Ethereum, we're still stuck at 2,437, but it seems like we wanna go up once again. Just keep an eye on the RSI because these can get to overbought territory. XRP 219. I do want to see XRP go up as well. We did go back down to 192. Great buying opportunities. The same for Cardano. Cardano went to the trash. Well, not trash, but it went to this 58 cents area. And I'm keeping an eye on Jasmine, bro. Jasmine is my bro. Jasmine is my I would say my gem, my diamond in the rough. I think that's what it is. But anyways, guys, that's what I wanted to cover. Let's go ahead and do a video about Microsoft and Nvidia because I feel like we have to. So let me do that real quick. And by the way, Doge employee Big Balls steps down from U.S. government. And let's do that real quick. And if you have any questions or any suggestions, go ahead and submit them right now. Exciting. Okay, we're gonna do a video about this. And let me make sure that I get these two together. Okay, perfect. We're gonna be looking at the weekly. Perfect. Nvidia. Perfect. Okay. It's a little bit overbought, Microsoft, but definitely looks better. Okay. Did I forget to do this? Espérate. Man, I totally forgot to add the tags, my bros. Give me a second, guys. Ooh. So we're getting people over here without the tags, which is great. She's amazing, though. Okay, let's do this video real quick. And we can get back to review other things in the charts. Not you, Doobie Doobie. Good to see you, my bro. The legend, bro. The legend is back. Okay. Let's do this. Let's lower the music a little bit. Did he say 3, 2, 1. Espérate. Let's do Doobie Doobie the legend. Actually, oh right, this is the bad thing about me not doing this horizontally. Okay, maybe I'll record it here. Let me just record it. Oh!